Greetings and salutations, comic book conversationalists. Once again, this is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and I have 2 weeks worth of weekly haul to talk about this week. Now, I'm hoping the sound is okay on this video. I got a different kind of microphone. I'm trying something different. I usually have those clip mics, and they work okay, but it gets a little cumbersome trying to figure out where to put it on when I'm doing my videos. So I got a different kind of mic that hooks up directly into my phone, so I'm hoping it's picking up the sound okay. Only way to find out, and that's to do the video and see how it sounds on the other end of it. So let's just jump into it with last week's books I grabbed. And also, there's probably going to be spoilers. Some of these books I'm probably going to talk about. So there you go. Transformers, number 12. I grabbed this cover. I really like this cover. Just the whole idea of just Prime sitting there facing off against what could be Unicron at some point. But right now, that's just Cybertron coming in. And man, oh man, Prime's getting himself a body count here, and spoilers, he does do. Actually, I'm just gonna say he kills a high-ranking Decepticon in this one, and it was shocking to see which one it was and how he did it. Amazing, and also the extensive damage that's done to Cybertron at the end of this issue. I'm very curious to see what happens and where it goes, and how Cybertron survives what happens here. Alright, now these next couple of books, we got a running theme in these next books here. So first up, it's the final issue, the 5th and final issue of Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 2. This was the cover I grabbed. An amazing book, so much fun. The whole idea of the Dragon Zord and Godzilla mixing into one and just taking on everybody. It was great. Also, I really like the ending of this one because it shows that hopefully we will get a Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 3 with the whole Council of Ritas thing. That was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons 2, Son of Dragons number 3. Fun read. Pretty much all I can say about it. It's just a fun read. And I really like that Mothra cover. That's a great Mothra cover there. And the last one, this is a variant that I picked up. And this week I picked up quite a few variants. But here's the variant I picked up last week. This is Fantastic Four number 25. And of course it is the Godzilla variant. It is Godzilla versus Galactus, with the Fantastic Four trying to figure out how to keep the whole world from being destroyed because these two monsters are going at it. And I really like this one. That's a great cover there. Alright, so last week, the last book I picked up last week, before I go into this week's books, is a trade paperback, and it is EC Archives Tales from the Crypt, Volume 4, collecting Tales from the Crypt issues 35 through 40. This is the second to last volume. Most of these things are going to go for 5 volumes, so sometime next year, we're going to get the 5th and final volume of this. And I don't know if I've said this before, but I've been getting these, and I think I'm only missing 2. There's a Tales from the Crypt that I'm missing, I know, and there's a Vault of Horror Volume 2 that I'm missing that I got to try to get my hands on. Other than that, I've gotten these, all of these, and I'm waiting until I get them all, until the whole runs of Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear, Crime, and Shock suspense stories, as well as Weird Science, Weird Fantasy, and Weird Science Fantasy. Those are all the ones I'm getting. Once those are done, and I have those all in my collection, then I'm going to start reading them. Looking forward to it, because it's going to give me a whole lot of books to read, and I'm looking forward to being able to read a whole lot of books. So, all right, so that was last week. This week, I picked up Spirits of Vengeance, number 1. I believe this is a 5-issue miniseries. Just read this, and I'm not sure if the writers really understand what vengeance is in this book, because vengeance, maybe I have to go back and reread his creation back in the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, but his creation, he wasn't a spirit of vengeance. He was a creation of Mephisto. He was created to take out the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. So he wasn't a demon that was fused with a human soul to become a spirit of vengeance. So the whole idea that the essence of vengeance, which is this whole look here, is a separate entity from Michael Battolino, is kind of a weird thing. And also, it appears to me that the writer of this book seems to think that Johnny Blaze was a spirit of vengeance back during his run, He was not a spirit of vengeance during his run. He was possessed by a demon. He used it to try to do good, but the demon was not a spirit of vengeance at all. But there you go. It's just basically modern writers, they don't know the history of Ghost Rider very well, and so they take it upon themselves to change the history in order to make their stories match their own version of history. And I really wish we would get back to basics. We just need Johnny Blaze and Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, and he can be an outlier of vengeance. Great character. There's a reason for him being there. He's a great outlier character, but all these other Ghost Riders are unnecessary. Robbie Reyes, Ghost Driver, unnecessary. Having a Ghost Rider in 1 million BC riding a flaming woolly mammoth, neat idea, but unnecessary, and also kind of stupid. Honestly, the whole idea of vengeance existing back before there was anything else was just kind of stupid. But this so far, other than a few things that I guess have been changed since I've been reading Ghost Rider. Great series though, interesting art, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. I not only picked up that main cover, I did pick up the Geist variant, because that's a sweet cover. I really like that. I guess the only other thing, the other little nitpick is, stop giving Blaze a chain. Blaze doesn't use a chain. He's never had a chain. The whole idea of him using a chain is just, to me, it's just dumb. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, moving on. Destro number 4. Great final page reveal with spoilers. Cobra Commander, loving it. Can't wait till the next issue comes out. The next issue is actually the final issue. And also Destro, way better read than Scarlet right now. I actually, as the Scarlet series has gone on, it's harder and harder for me to read. I actually find myself losing interest in it. And actually, there's a couple times during the last issue that I read, I don't even remember what issue is, maybe issue 4, I don't know, 3 or 4. I was falling asleep during it. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The relationships between these characters really don't make a whole lot of sense. Destro's very cut and dried. It's intriguing, it's interesting, it's fun, it's action-packed. It's got Cobra Commander in it, and I'm liking it a heck of a lot more than Scarlet. So, but that said, let's keep moving. Let's do facsimiles next, okay? So, facsimile number 1 is going to be Crisis on Infinite Earths number 6. And just grabbing the regular covers. They're doing sketch covers and foil covers, foil variants for these, and I'm just grabbing the regular ones. Very, very rarely will I pick up a variant for a reprint. So there's that one. And then from Marvel, Amazing Spider-Man number 260. I really should sit down and read this whole year's worth of Amazing Spider-Man that they're giving us, because these are covers that I really like. This one I have the original of because I love the cover. May not be well known, but I am a big Hobgoblin fan. I love Hobgoblin, especially from this era, the 80s, 90s era Hobgoblin. I really enjoy that character. I've always liked him. No idea why. I've always just liked him. So I got those. And then the last 2 books I have, more variant covers. And of course they are Godzilla variants. This is X-Men number 4. This is like the 17th X-Men number 4. But this is the Chris Samney doing Godzilla. And I like the idea of Godzilla and Cyclops both letting out their energy at the same time. That is awesome. This is one of the few ones I would love to have on a poster right there. And speaking of ones I would like to have on a poster, Avengers number 18 has the Avengers facing off against not just a Godzilla, but Shin Godzilla, which would be an awesome thing to see in the Marvel Universe, because if you're not familiar with Shin Godzilla, this was a version of Godzilla that was quicker to mutate, and his mutations were in reaction to anything that attacked him. So if he got attacked by something, he would change so that he would have defense for that, and he could, either by size or by strength or by throwing out energy or whatever, he could defend himself against that attack again. So it was like the more you attacked him, the worse it became for you, because the harder it became to stop him. And the whole idea of the Avengers facing off against him is great. I mean, you got Thor going after him. That would be amazing to see how he would respond to Thor. Scarlet Witch would be awesome. I'm not sure exactly what Black Panther thinks he's going to do. Maybe give him a scratch, scratch his arm or something, make Godzilla go, ow. Black Panther's kind of a useless character in my opinion. But and Captain America, well, this is Sam Wilson, the standby Captain America, I call him. But even Steve Rogers, Captain America, I know they're strong and they got that shield and they're awesome on the shield, but I think it would make more sense for Captain America to just kind of stand back and start giving out orders, okay? Not get involved with the fight, because, you know, Captain America, and I'm not too familiar with this version of Captain America, but I imagine he's as smart as Steve Rogers, else he wouldn't have that shield at all. But great cover. I would just love to see this fight happen for real, to see how the Avengers, and of course, you know, X-Men would get involved, and all the heroes would have to get involved, and just, it would just be absolutely amazing. So, other than that, here's this week's poster. I'm actually almost caught up on all the posters that I've picked up. I think besides this one, I've got 3 more that I haven't used yet. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to start reusing them. I actually have one of my son's posters that I'm going to be putting up in a couple of weeks, because we got Halloween coming up, so why not? And go ahead.
Hello.
That said, with that wonderful bit of knowledge from Torrent, we are going to wrap this up. Again, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry it's taken me so long to get these videos out now. Hope everybody tuned in to our Second of Charles unboxing video. That's there. I may post a link to it, I don't know, somewhere on here. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Everybody enjoy your comic books. Have a great weekend.
Goodbye.
See you later.